Hello YouTube, this is Magnolia Mo and you are watching my channel. RRR, Rise, Roar, Revolt. I have no idea why I waited this long to watch this movie. It's my bad. I should have watched it when my brother asked me to watch it 6 months ago, and I have no idea. I have no excuse for it. I missed out on a great movie. In my opinion, it is one of 2020's best films, right? When I say I'm not talking about a movie, a film, and it's truly a film. It's got a great mix of Bollywood dances, action, Tollywood, I should say, action, choreographed action, with lots of Hindu mythology, imagery going on in the movie. It brought me back to my childhood days when I used to read comics, based on Hindu mythology, and some of the imagery is right out of those comics. The action is over the top. It is one of those movies that you if you have to watch with others, right, with your family, to really get into it and enjoy it. Um, the Most of you may have already seen the performance during the Oscars, and the energy that this film creates is unbelievable. It is directed by Rajamouli, stars Tollywood stars N.T. Ramarao, Ramcharan, and then some Bollywood stars Ajay Devgan and Alia Bhatt, and it won the Oscar for Best Achievement in Music, written for a motion picture original sound, right? And original song. I'm sorry. It is again, um, in my opinion, a must watch. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. You should set the time, put the time aside to watch this movie and watch it with friends and family, and I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. All right, so now let's get into some of the technical specs and what I thought about this movie from a home theater audio video perspective. All right, so before I get into the technical specs, I do want to mention the two characters in the movie. They were true, actual freedom fighters in the 1920s, and during the British, occupation or colonization, you should call it. But they were actual freedom fighters who never met. So this movie is based on the idea that what if they had met? At the gist of it, it's as I mentioned, it's a bromance between two guys, and it goes over their backgrounds, their backstories, and it unfolds very beautifully, right in front of us. I did not feel like the 3 hours plus 3 hours 30 minutes, I believe, is the runtime of this movie, that was long enough. I watched it in a single sitting, so from my standpoint, it was quick moving, well paced, and well directed. The movie was shot in 4.5K, and the DI is 4K. It's presented in Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos on Netflix. Primary language is Telugu, dubbed, it's dubbed in Hindi, so I watched it with the Hindi dub, and it's got English subtitles. It is presented in 185:1 format, which means you're gonna get to use your full screen. You're gonna get these teeny bars at up top and at the bottom. So it's not your 235:1 aspect ratio where you get boxed in, or it was shot in IMAX as well, but it's not. Obviously, Netflix doesn't do IMAX version. So I do want to get a hold of the physical copy of this disc when it's out. Speaking of video, the 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 picture was crisp. There was no softness throughout the movie. It felt like I was watching a movie that was shot in 4K or a higher resolution, and then sourced into a 4K for DI purposes. But it is crisp. It is 4K crisp. The shadow detail, the black levels, the color saturation is impeccable, spot on in my opinion. Never got distracted. There is no There's no film grain, so it's kind of clean. It's a clean looking movie. So if you're looking for film grain, or if you're looking for that classic film material, you're not going to find it on this particular film. But it is a very clean transfer and a clean presentation from a video perspective. So let's go over some of the video shots in my next few frames over here. And there are some scenes with lots of specular highlights, like this one right here, that are gonna make you squint. The action, once again, is just unbelievable. But it's almost like a superhero type of a movie. Like if you look at some of this action, but it's great. I mean, this is taking the action to the next level, contorting their bodies in a way that I've never seen before, and it's all choreographed action, but it's next level, right? It's superhero stuff. There you go. Now he's got a gun. I don't know why and how I missed this movie, but it was well worth it. For audio, as I mentioned, it is presented in Dolby Atmos. The Dolby Atmos is not your typical, bullets flying, all around you, above you. There is a train crash scene where the train's coming, is crashing down from a bridge. You get a little bit of that up in your height speakers, but for the most part, the height speakers are managed for music. Some of the chorus, right, in the musical score is above you, so you get the feeling that you're in a movie theater, and enjoying the movie in a theater, right? So it adds ambience, it adds little more engagement, right, from a soundtrack perspective. But the Dolby Atmos is not something that you like. You, from a movie like this, you do expect, in my opinion, to have some explosions and things like that going on above you. But I didn't hear any of that. When I disengaged my bed layer, my bed amp, and just played the movie using my Marantz and Myra sound just for the height speakers, right? So and I'll demonstrate that in my next few clips over here. This is great, one of the great action sequences. Check this out. Just mainly the top middles. And again, the stunts are just stunts or CGI, whatever you call it. It's great. And this is just my height speakers playing. All right, so I hope you got a sense of what I was hearing during the movie, and watching, during the movie. I thought it's this movie to be an incredible movie, or film. I keep saying movie. It's a film. This is how Hollywood should make action films, in my opinion, right? Because you want the audience to engage, in the action, not just mindless, stuff that goes around. To me, like if you think about Avengers Endgame, right, the last battle sequence, the with Thanos, with Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. Uh, that sequence, right, it came close to some of the action sequences, in this movie with our two heroes. But if they slowed down Endgame just a little bit, right, in those action sequences, and used more of an artistic view, I think it would have been much better. So overall, I say this is like a straight, from a video standpoint, I'm going to give it a 9.9. From audio standpoint, because the sound is very engaging. All of my speakers were active, even my height speakers, uh, given, I give you that it's a musical score that's playing, but it's they're active in pretty much all action sequences. So I'm going to give it a 9 for audio. Video 9.9, 9 for audio. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I do want to get a hold of get a hold of the physical media and see what differences there might be on the actual disc. All right, so hope you like this review of the movie. Please leave me your thoughts, your comments. What did you think about this movie? Have you seen it? If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you watch it. Make a point to watch it. And if you've seen it, what did you think? I mean, do you agree with my take on this movie? If just leave your comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos.